All right, let's talk about Zazen, sitting meditation. Today, we're diving deep into this ancient practice, and I gotta tell you, what we're gonna uncover from our source material might just flip everything you thought you knew completely upside down. Seriously, what if the whole point isn't to quiet your mind? And what if sitting there for hours trying to force yourself into some state of peace is actually a total misunderstanding? The Zen Master's teachings we're looking at today present a really radical and honestly fascinating alternative.
So, first things first. Before we can build up a new understanding, we've got to tear down the old one. Let's start with what true Zazen is not. And it's definitely not about just gritting your teeth and trying to be as still as a statue.
Okay, this chart right here lays out the whole conflict perfectly. Most of us think, my mind is busy, so I need to meditate to stop my thoughts, right? But the Zen view from our source says that's just a huge mistake from the get-go. It says our true nature is already still. Trying to stop thoughts is like trying to make water wetter. And the method? Sitting for hours to get somewhere? Nope, that's just called indulging in delusion.
And the master in our source text does not beat around the bush. This quote says it all. The physical act of sitting, by itself, is totally meaningless. It's the insight that's everything. Without that, you're really just sitting there.
So this is a crucial point, right? This isn't about starting a war with your own mind. The whole perspective here is about recognizing a fundamental quiet that's already there, not trying to build one from scratch.
And that idea, well, that leads us to a massive turning point. It's a complete 180 on how we usually think about meditation, as a tool to get a result.
And here it is. This is the core teaching from our source. True Zazen isn't a technique you use to become enlightened. It's the natural, effortless state that just happens from an already awakened mind. It's the effect, not the cause.
Just let that sink in for a second. It's not the car you take to get to the city. It's how you walk around once you're already there. This totally changes the entire game, doesn't it? The whole purpose and feeling of the practice is different now. So, if true Zazen isn't about sitting on a cushion trying to be quiet, then what in the world is it? Okay, this next part is where we build a completely new vision of what it really means to be meditative.
Well, according to the source, this awakened state isn't something you turn on and off. It's a continuous, 24/7 reality. It's there when you're moving, when you're still, sitting, lying down, when you're talking, or in complete silence. It's not an action you perform. It's just a natural state of being.
And here's just a beautiful way the Master describes this state. See, it's not about running away from the world. It's about being right in the middle of it all, with all the desires, all the messiness, the dust, but somehow you remain fundamentally free from it, unstained.
To make it even clearer, let's actually break down the word Zazen. Ja means sitting, sure, but here it's a symbol for this unshakable stability, where you're not getting knocked over by chaos outside or by sleepiness inside. And Sun, well, that's Zen. It's the wisdom that comes from that stability, the ability to just see things as they are without labeling them good or bad.
So this all sounds pretty profound, right? But where does it come from? How do you get access to this state? Well, the answer our source gives is incredibly direct and honestly super empowering.
This isn't something you can download from a book or get from someone else. The Master is really clear on this. This wisdom, this state of true Zazen, is already part of you. It's your own inner teacher, and it's just waiting to be awakened.
Which, of course, brings us to the big final question. If it's already here, inside us, where is it? How do we find it?
The Master uses this brilliant analogy to point us right to the answer. Think about it. You can't see anything without your eyes, right? So in the very act of seeing the world, your eyes are kind of seeing themselves. They have to be there first. It's a given. In other words, you are already seen. And that's the punchline. That's the whole secret. This awakened mind, this inner teacher, this state of true Zazen, it isn't some far-off mystical goal you have to strive for. It is the simple, direct, undeniable awareness that is listening to my voice and watching this right now. It was never anywhere else.